You need to be searching for what? Comment below. What am I about to say? Duppy freestyle, and I'm just repeating what he said. I don't usually say this word a lot, but he said something along the lines of, "Don't be ashamed. There's plenty. Don't be ashamed. There's plenty of niggas that do what you do." I still love that verse because that rule can apply. That verse can apply to almost anything, right? And I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I heard that verse, the first thing that popped into my head, was the the fake reaction channels that's out there and still out there, but then when they get exposed, they act all surprised. But I'm like, why you acting all surprised? You knew it was a fake reaction channel, right? Hey, but don't be ashamed. There's plenty of niggas that do what you do. I mean, that's like, that verse can be used with anything. You know, you get a girl pregnant, but you didn't know you got her pregnant, but now you know, but then you bounce, right? Hey, don't be ashamed. There's plenty of niggas that do what you do. That's like you hitting the gym. You hit every other body part. You hit every body part except legs, right? And then when you running, you can't run because with your weak ass legs, But that's okay. There's plenty of niggas that do what you do. Not me. And again, I don't use that. I don't use nigga a lot. Y'all know this, but only reason I said it is because Drake said it, and I was reciting, or I was saying what he said. I'm lost at words, but yeah. So all I'm saying is that verse can be used with like anything. Yeah. Like I don't know. You get caught cheating. Don't be ashamed. There's plenty of niggas that do what you don't. So hey, sup? Though. Okay, with the sound effects. Okay, I see you with the sound effects. Never invite.
I recently moved into a big house, just temporarily. It's kind of a complicated situation. The house belongs to a family member. They're going to be gone for a few months, that sort of thing.
Okay.
I was going to be there on my own, so I was a little nervous.
Wait a minute. Okay, let's back up a little bit. Okay, I got a couple of questions. I understand that we're 26 seconds in, but okay, hold on. I got a couple of questions. Right, if y'all don't mind me asking, how well do you know this family? Right? How well does your family know that family? Right? How well do you know the house? Is it a normal house? Is it a Narnia house? Is it a paranormal house, bitch? These are things that I have to fart. I'm sorry, we're family. Excuse me. Did you hear it? Excuse me. I'm sorry. I have to fart. We family. We don't judge. Excuse me. Oh, damn, that stink. Right? But unless you clucks with this family in their house, then that's the only reason why you should go over there with no questions asked. Right? I barely know my neighbors. Right? I know very little, to the fact that if they want me to watch their house, I would have to ask them a couple of questions before I watch their house, right? Because I'm not about to just watch anybody else's house, especially kids. Your kids can be devils. Your kids can be low key, like on some shit, and I'm not having it, cause I may have to cluck one of y'all up, or both kids up, or your whole family up. So these are questions that I need to know. Okay. All right, let's go.
There wasn't anything in the house when I moved in. There is now. I was in the main hallway unpacking some stuff when the doorbell rang.
Why did that scare me?
That put me on edge right away, because the house is at the end of a long drive and kind of out of the way.
So it's isolated. So it's by itself, like the house is by itself. Okay. Wow, that's a red flag. Okay, how many red flags can we get in this video? I'm saying. I mean, I already got like 3 or 4 right now. By the end of this video, I'm saying, how long is this video? About 9 minutes, give or take. And we're 43 seconds in, and I count about 3 or 4 red flags. I'm saying about 9 minutes, give or take. I'm saying about. I'm saying about 20 red flags in a 9-minute video. How many? So, hey, comment below the number of red flags that you think are going to be in here, right? And I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm going to get all the red flags. I'm just saying it's going to be at least 20, and I'm counting like 3 or 4. So I'm going to be counting this whole time.
Basically, have to go looking for this house to find it. There was an old woman at the door. This was in broad daylight, but there was still something kind of off about her. She was really tall, like a full head taller than me. And there was something weird about the way she looked. It was like none of her clothes even fit her properly. She shook my hand and smiled, and told me that she was from the neighborhood council or something. She asked if she could come in and talk to me. My gut reaction was to say no, but I couldn't really think of a reason to. She was just an old woman. What was she going to do? I really wished I had just slammed the door in her face.
So why didn't you? Listen to your gut.
I brought her into the living room, and she sort of tottered behind me. Like her feet didn't even fit into her shoes properly. She sat down without asking and grinned at me until I took a seat across from her. For about half a minute she didn't say anything, just smiled and stared at me, while I got increasingly awkward.
That's a bit weird.
Just as I was about to break the silence, she fished in her pocket and pulled out this really big old-fashioned sweet. The type that comes in a see-through wrapper.
Here,
she said.
Oh, hey, who says here like that?
I should probably point out here that she spoke really quietly, so it was difficult to hear anything she said.
No. There's a difference between you speaking quietly and then you speaking creepily. Creepily? What's the correct term? Creepily. I think that's right. I don't know. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So there's a difference between you saying here than you saying here. Like who the hell says here like that? Here. Why you gotta say it like that? You can't just say here. You gotta say it all creepily. Creep. What is the correct term? Oh my God.
I accepted the sweet and unwrapped it. It was dark red, almost black. I popped it in my mouth because she was still grinning at me and nodding her head. Have you ever walked around behind a supermarket where they keep the big bins?
Yeah.
They throw meat that's gone bad in those.
Right.
Imagine that rancid smell, but on a hot summer day.
Right. Ew.
It's so thick you can almost feel it in the air.
Right.
That's what the sweet tasted like. I wanted to spit the thing out on the floor, but social niceties made me chew the thing and force it down my throat.
Ew.
The woman was talking all the time, but between the taste and her quiet voice, I barely heard her. My mouth tasted like rotten meat, so I politely told her I was going to get some water and ran into the kitchen. When I came back, she was gone.
Oh, okay.
I had been in the kitchen for less than 30 seconds.
Wow, okay. Now she
My
vanished.
first reaction probably should have been to assume that she went to the bathroom or had to leave in a hurry. Instead, I searched the entire house.
And she didn't find her.
I went through every single room, convinced I was going to open a closet or look under a bed and see her stuffed in there, grinning at me. That didn't happen, obviously, but I was still extremely on edge as the sun started to go down. That night, I propped a chair against my bedroom door because I just couldn't shake the feeling that the woman was still in the house somewhere, hiding.
Right.
I woke up at around 2 in the morning and heard creaking floorboards downstairs.
You got
It was
it.
an old house and unfamiliar. I kept telling myself that until the noises stopped.
What?
When I woke up the next morning, there was a red sweet on the living room table. I'll tell you the same thing I told the police. No, I couldn't be absolutely certain that the sweet wasn't there the day before. Maybe I just overlooked it, but I didn't think so. They told me that the organization the woman claimed to come from didn't actually exist, and I was clearly wasting their time.
Now she making up
After
shit.
they left, I searched the entire house again, and the grounds. Then I searched them again.
Yo, you need to... Shit. You searching the wrong places. You searching for the wrong things. You need to be searching for what? Comment below. What am I about to say? You need to be searching for your Adidas so you can get the hell up out of there. So you can haul ass like a mother clucker. You searching for the wrong things. You searching in the wrong spot. Sorry. Not sorry. I don't care how young or how old a person is. A creep is a creep. You know, I think I said this before. You can be the most beautiful, sexiest, finest woman I've ever seen. Right? But the moment I find out or witness that you're a creep, your beauty, your fineness, your sexiness starts dropping at a rapid pace. And your creep, your creepy shit, your weird shit that you be doing on the side goes up and up and up. Like, you can't be in no I can't be in no relationship with a person that's creepy all the time. With the person that's weird all the time. And I'm talking about a bad weird. I'm not talking about a good weird. I'm not talking about one of those weirds where like, you know, you be like, oh no, he's weird. But like, I don't know. I don't know if I can. Alright, come on. You can come with us, but I'm gonna keep my eye on you. You good, like you cool, but you just be doing some weird shit. Now, the bad weird is like you don't want to be near that person. You don't want to ever talk to that person, or if you do, you keep the conversation short and to the point, right? Cause I'm weird. I know I'm weird. People told me I'm weird. I know for a fact. Like people don't have to tell me that I'm weird, cause I know I'm weird. You know, I came out my mom's womb weird. You know, my doctors even said I was weird. You know, they, you know, cause I came out weird. I came out shoulder first, right? Right. And the doctor held me, and he looked at me. He was like, he's not crying. He's just, his eyes are like wide open, and it feels like he's just staring at me in my soul. That's weird. You're weird. So here goes your baby over there. So
by the time I was finished, I managed to calm down a bit and look at the situation rationally.
Clucker, calm down.
The woman probably left the suite there the previous day, and I just didn't notice. I had searched the whole house twice now. There was nowhere she could possibly be hiding.
You think?
She's probably just some doddery old lady who wandered off while I was in the kitchen.
Stop assuming.
As I prepared to go to bed, I had managed to fully delude myself into thinking nothing strange was going on.
Dilute?
I decided not to do anything childish, like blocking my door again, because what was I afraid of? Even if she was somehow still inside the house somewhere, what could this old lady even do to me?
You have no idea. You have no idea. You mother clucker. Poor you. Poor you.
At some point in the middle of the night, I woke up abruptly, knowing in the back of my mind that something was wrong. I guess I must have heard something in my sleep. I turned onto my side and reached out to turn on the bedside lamp, groping around because I was in an unfamiliar room. When the light came on, I saw the old woman standing right next to my bed.
Oh my God.
I only got a glimpse of her because as soon as I screamed, she scuttled backward out the door really fast. I only got the briefest glimpse of her before she vanished into the unlit hallway outside my door. I now believe that the human brain has a special compartment for dealing with the experiences far outside of the realm of the natural. If I had woken up to find a burglar in my room, I probably would have gone numb with panic. If there was a lion at the foot of my bed, I'd be too paralyzed with fear to do anything. But as soon as I saw the woman was gone. That special compartment took over. I jumped out of bed and slammed the door shut, then shoved a chair up against the handle. Then I dashed for my phone. No signal, no internet. I later found out that there was nothing wrong with the phone or the local service. I think she was interfering with it somehow. The drop from the bedroom window wasn't too high. If I landed just right, I'd probably avoid injury.
Okay.
But what if I sprained an ankle or broke my leg?
You gotta take that
I
chance.
had a sudden vision of pulling myself across the dark garden while the woman sprinted after me, and I
Clumping up.
decided I didn't want to risk it.
Stay playing.
That gave me two options. Wait out the night in my bedroom, or try to get out of the house now.
Out of the house now.
I went for the second one. I had an idea my flimsy barricade wouldn't hold if the woman decided they wanted back in. I broke one of the chair legs off and crept slowly into the hallway, reaching carefully for the light switch. When I pressed it, the lights came on for a second, then faded out. I flicked the switch a few more times, nothing. Some gut instinct told me she was sabotaging them somehow. I used my phone for light as I slowly, quietly crept along the upstairs hallway and down the stairs. The light barely traced the shapes of the walls in the dark, yawning frames of open doorways. I jumped at every single shadow and unidentifiable shape, certain that any second that grinning face would appear out of the shadows. I got downstairs and to the front door. I had double locked it and put the chain in place.
You sure?
Just as I was reaching for the first lock, I heard rapid, uneven footsteps at the top of the stairs, approaching swiftly. I undid the first lock. A high-pitched shriek came from halfway down the stairs, and I screamed as I undid the second lock and wrenched the door open. It stuck fast. I had forgotten the chain. I glanced behind me and saw the tall, spindly shape of the woman half running, half falling down the stairs toward me, with her head lolling backward and her mouth hanging open. I can't even remember getting the chain off. I might actually have just yanked the door open so hard that I broke it. In any case, the last I saw of the woman was her face inches away from me as I slammed the door shut.
Inches?
I
Oh.
sprinted to the nearest house, and eventually they called the police, possibly because I was half delirious with fear and babbling incoherently. The police once again failed to find anything unusual. It's been a week. I'm staying at a friend's place, sleeping with the lights on and the bedroom door barricaded. The house's real owners aren't back yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to tell them, but I have to stop them from going back there somehow. This is not a haunting. It's an infestation. I can't stop thinking about all of the holes in our defenses, the windows and doors left open, the strangers invited into our living rooms. I just hope to God it's the house she wanted and not me.
Oh wow, you just ended it like that. Yeah, that's because the homeowners of the house knew what was up. They knew what was up for a long time, right? But they didn't know how to go about the situation, so they got you as bait and they got the hell out of there. Point blank, period. That's kind of clucked up and clucky. The homeowners You know, cluck them for doing that to you. They knew what was up the whole time, but they didn't say shit when they left the house. You those mother cluckers. Man, that's messed up. And I hopefully when you find them, you beat the hell out of them. I would, you know. That's messed up. Oh. Yeah. I lost count how many red flags was in this video. There was so many. It was so hard to keep up. I should have had like a paper and checked it, right? But I wouldn't if I did that, then I wouldn't have been really focused into this video. But I lost count. You know, I can assure you it was over 20. It's over 9. It was over 20. I can assure you that. I can promise you that it was over 20. Right? Probably over 50. Right? But see what happens? See what happens when you let strange people in your house? But that's crazy because you could have stopped this if you listened to your gut. You knew from the moment you saw her that something was off about that woman, but you look past it, you know, and you just went with it. You know, you didn't listen to your gut. So, you know, you almost suffered the consequences. Thank God you didn't, but you almost did. So I mean, you know, with this was a great story. Was this featuring anybody, or did Mr. Nightmare just alternate, like, you know, switch his voice? Cause it sounded like two different people, but I don't know, because this is an old video. So Mr. Nightmare now sounds a whole lot different than what he sounds like in this video. So I don't know if it was just him, or and he, like, you know, did different voices, or if he had somebody featuring in this video. But yeah, this is why you don't let strangers in your house, and this is why you always listen to your gut. Okay? Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy, my family. Hey, and if there's any horror videos that you know if there's any horror videos that you know I haven't reacted to, and let me know that in the comment section below. But I'm gonna say it again. I know I just said it, but as always, keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy. Excuse me, I farted. I still have to poop. I've been holding this shit for like 30 minutes. Oh, goddamn. All right, I keep farting. No, it's been more than that. It's been 50 minutes now. Wow, my insides are just... yeah. So, I'll see y'all in the next one. Stay happy, my beautiful family.